Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Help Awaken. Tonight, again, opening the door, an experiential meditation. Tonight, we're going to have a guided experience, releasing baggage of the past. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all tonight. My name is Garhen, for anyone who's here and doesn't know who I am, and my wife over there hiding in the corner is Kelly. So, tonight's meditation is going to be about releasing the past. And, really when it comes to our past, we have to learn to accept that what's happened in our past has actually been the very best thing for us. Now, that can be really hard to take, especially if, you're a person who suffered abuse in some way. You can look and say, well, how was that good for me? But as someone who personally went through it myself, I can tell you that the strengths it gave me, all the things that it helped produce in me have benefited me from that day. They always have. And as with anything else that we perceive as being painful in our lives, we really can't replay the experience. Any replay we have is shadowy at best. That's the built-in system we have. You'll notice that your really fond, best memories are crystal clear. But those memories that caused a lot of pain, they're really hard to capture fully, and you certainly can't actually feel that pain anymore. Now, psychologically, you can generate quite a bit of it. But we do have a beautiful system for this. And part of this meditation will be the mantra Kritanya Hum. And Kritanya Hum is basically I am gratitude. In a literal sense, it means that I am gratitude itself. It also means in two words, Krita and then Ina, is cultivated consciousness. And that's what we do when we come back to that meditative cushion over and over and over again. We're helping to cultivate our consciousness. We're helping remind and remember who and what we truly are. You are not your past experiences. The past experiences are things that you've manifested within your existence, both individually and collectively. Collectively at a family level, at a community level, at a society level, at a province, state, country level, at a world level. We are always manifesting. But we are not our past experiences. Re-examining the past experiences with a new view is particularly helpful. And when we look at things with that higher view, when we look for the gold in the pile of mud we see, very soon we realize that indeed, compared to the pile of mud, that chunk of gold that was there for us, that which truly benefit us, was worth far more than that chunk of mud. And dealing with that mud wasn't that difficult after all. When we honor our past experiences, and let's be crystal clear about this, I am not talking about re-inviting someone who's abused you or who is harmful to you back into your life. But what I'm saying is when you honor the teaching lesson, when you honor the experience with that other person, when you see the benefit in it, you can more easily forgive them if you perceive they've done you harm. You can more easily forgive yourself for the role that you played in it. And ultimately, you can let it go that much more easy. What it really comes down is letting go of judgment again. And a lot of things come down to this, that we must let go of judgment. And we judge our past. And we don't judge our past very fairly. We tend to put a blanket on it and say, yeah, I have a miserable childhood or whatever. And when we look closely, yes, there are miserable times, sure, but there are also wonderful times. If we're willing to look past our egoic judgment on things and allow ourselves to come to a place where we understand that in a universe that is essentially one loving creator, one sea of consciousness. Where could anything happen that was not exactly what was to happen? You see, the universe will make anything perfect. That's the beauty of that web of life. It is a shimmering, dancing, ever morphing, evolving, twisting, turning, magnificent web that ultimately brings everything and everyone right back into that Creator again. You can never be lost. You can never be alone. But our past can haunt us. And if we don't try to dredge out some of that past and get rid of it, it can tag along and pop up on us at unexpected times and sometimes do us real damage. Take us away from the focus of our journey. So today, you don't have to worry about those things specifically. We're going to take a guided journey within. We're going to use our imaginations. And I would invite you to follow along with me. And occasionally, I will chant the mantra, Kirtanya Hum. And I usually do it with the Om in front of it. Okay, so feel free to join in or just allow the reverberations to go through your being. So now I'd ask you to consciously take a deep breath. Get yourself comfortable in your chair or lying down or on your cushion or wherever you may be. I'm on a chair so I can be up here where the camera is. Again, I like to imagine myself suspended from a golden thread from the top of my crown chakra that disappears up into the heavens. An easy way to stay upright, body well supported, spine in its natural curve. Really what we're doing is we're opening up the area so that we can belly breathe. We can breathe as we did when we were babies. Just a gentle in and out in the belly. Just leave the air down there. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. And we begin. I would ask you again to picture that beautiful meadow we know so well. That meadow of love and light, compassion. The meadow of joyful experience. Allow yourself to take in the smell of the flowers, the sound of the birds, the rustle of the grass as the wind playfully makes its way through the field. There in the center of that meadow, our sacred circle awaits. Coming together in that sacred space, we take our well-worn cushions. We join each other at that gateless gate. We sit in the stillness of meditation, the place where hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of thousands have come before. Om Kirtana Hum. Om Kirtana Hum. Kritana Ham. In your mind's eye, picture an ominous cave, a large, dark rock entrance in the side of a mountain. You are standing there in front of the entrance. The light all but disappears. You can see nothing except inky blackness. This is the cave of your past. This is the cave where all the pain, all the hurts, all the false memories, all the judgments of what has come before reside. Let go of your fears. And allow yourself to walk into the darkness. Om Kritana Ham. Om Kritana Ham. Om Kritana Ham. You make your way into the darkness of your past, your hands feeling their way along the cave wall. Various sounds reach your ears. You hear the echo of crying. An echo of laughter. The sounds of someone yelling in the distance, words not quite audible, but by the tone you know there is anger. A cry of pain in the dark. Allow yourself to continue back, further and further into the cave under the mountain. Your careful footsteps and feeling hands, your only guide. Om Kritana Ham. Om Kritana Ham. Om Kritana Hum. Deep within the cave of your past now. Reach out with your awareness. Allow the light of your consciousness, your present consciousness, to shine. Slowly, surely. Shadows begin to appear. Light begins to leak into the darkness. The light and love of our gratitude, the light of our awareness, slowly dispelling the darkness. Until now, at this moment, shadowy dark shapes can be seen marching, twisting, turning against the dark. The light is coming. Our awareness is growing. Om Kriyatana Hum. Om Kriyatana Hum. Om Kritana Hum. As the light of your awareness illuminates more and more of the cave of your past, the shadowy figures become agitated. The indistinct forms begin to form outlines. You faintly recognize what you see. Strengthened now by the power of your own conscious awareness, you pay even closer and closer attention in the depths of your being. Visualize that still candle within, and allow the light of that candle to illuminate the cave of your past. The shapes in front of you begin to begin to coalesce. Unafraid, You approach them as they appear in a large group before you. Om Kriyatana Ham. Om Kriyatana Ham. Om Kriyatana Ham. Standing there before you in the fading mists of twilight, you see the gathered group of beings in the cave of your past are actually you. You at every moment, you at every phase of your past. You hardly recognize the small baby you see, but instinctively you understand even that baby is you. Gazing upon the multitude of yourself, you recognize each version of yourself, each situation, every event, every experience that you judged harshly, every experience you thought harmed you, even those you have no conscious memory of are standing before you now. Compassion fills your heart. Gratitude for what those versions of you went through in your past to allow your future pours from your being. Om Kriyatana Ham. Om Kriyatana Ham. Om Kriyatana Ham. As love and gratitude pour from your being, the multitude of yourself living in your past, hiding in those caves, slowly begins to melt, to grow brighter and brighter, until not one exists, just the light. Feel the warmth of that light. Feel the wisdom and experience that that light has imparted upon you. This light is all the energy from every place in your past, every nook, every cranny, every dark corner, all freed, all released. All reconciled. With gratitude, allow yourself to merge with that divine glowing light. Om Kritana Ham. Om Kritana Ham. Om Kritana Ham. Whole again. You stride triumphantly from the cave of your past. And as you pass through the entrance, a giant stone comes down and forever blocks the way. In your haste to avoid the stone, you almost miss the book lying at your feet. This is the book of your past. It is a book to be read and to be referenced. But it will not cause any emotional harm. It will not remind you or drag you back into past circumstance. It will only serve to show you the reference points that you wish to see. No more guilt. Totally whole. We bow our heads in gratitude for all that we have experienced. Om Kritana Ham. Om Kritana Ham. Om Kritana Ham. Feel that space within your being. Sense the silence. In gratitude, allow yourself to merge with that spaciousness. No longer bound. Free from that weight. Energized and whole. Namaste.